What's up, peeps, and welcome to another Storytime episode on the PP. Today's story actually comes to you from my dad. I don't know where he got it from. I don't know if it's his personal story or where the story exactly comes from, but it is a story that was told to me and has stuck with me ever since. So, this story begins with a guy who's at work and he just does not like his job.
Claim on claim number 158183. You will be
Got him yet? Then where is he?
Mr. Huff would like to talk to you in his office.
Now?
Now.
So he comes home with this attitude, and he sees his dad working out in the yard and in the heat, and he decides to go talk to his dad about it just because, man, he's ready to quit his job tomorrow and go find a new one because he knows what he's worth and he knows that he can find somewhere better. So he starts talking to his dad about it, and his dad's listening, and all his dad says is, "Son, go see that bucket? Go get that bucket and go fill it with water." He's like, "Dad, you're not listening to me. I'm trying to tell you that I can find somewhere new, and I'm already started looking at these few places, and, like the company I'm currently with, they just do not pay me enough. Like, I definitely deserve to make more money." He says, "Go get the bucket, fill it up with water." He's like, "Dad, I'm not, just trust me, son. Go get the bucket, fill it up with water." He says, "Okay, fine, whatever. I'll go get the bucket." And so son reluctantly gets the bucket, fills it up with water, and he comes back with it. And the water isn't fully filled, right? It's, maybe 3/4 of the way. And then he hands his son a marker to mark the water line. Son marked the water line, and son's like, "Okay, all right, I'll mark the water line." He's just listening, and he's already aggravated because he's like, the work thing, and I'll just, whatever metaphor this guy's trying to do. So the dad says, "Now, son, I want you to stick your hand in the bucket of water." Son's like, "Okay, fine, I'll do it, whatever." And surprisingly, he's pretty just like he's listening. Okay, he's just like, what is he getting at? I'm trying to figure it out. So son sticks his hand in the bucket of water and sticks it out. And dad goes, no, stick it back in and leave it there. Okay, I mean, his arm's already wet, so he sticks his arm back in the bucket of water, and the dad takes the marker and marks the water line. Son takes the arm out of the bucket of water. He's like, "Okay, what do you want? What does this mean?" So the dad then goes, "Now the water is back at that first marker." He's like, "Okay." So now dad sticks his whole arm into the bucket, all the way past his elbow. Then he goes all the way down into his shoulder. I mean, he's trying to contort into this bucket, essentially. And the water at this point is now on top of the bucket. I mean, just pouring out the top of it, okay? Then he takes his whole arm out. Water line falls back down, and it goes even below that marker. So the son is like, what does this have to do with anything? Dad says, "Look, son, that water level started right there in that bucket. When you stuck your arm in, the water level rose. And now that's the marker. That's you at your job. When you got there, you are special. I'm not going to lie to you. You are special. You are worth a lot. You may be even worth more than what you're currently being paid and what you're doing. But when you took your arm out, that water level went down. And you are right. You are correct. When that water level went back down, just like the company you're at, the quality of everything may go down a little bit. But when I stuck my arm in, the water level went back up to that line again. And then the water level went so high that it was overflowing and pouring out of this bucket. I mean, it was overflowing. And then when I took my whole arm out and my shoulder and everything else with it, the water level was below even where it started. Meaning, don't think that you are so valuable and so important that you can't be replaced." With that, the son had a much better perspective on his talents, his abilities, and his place at this company. Did he look for somewhere better? Because it was the case where, yeah, he may have deserved more, and you can always look for somewhere new, right? But he was also grateful to realize, like, okay, I do have a job. I'm doing well at it. I'm being educated. I'm learning. I'm in this season, this test of life, if you will. And he had a completely different perspective. So the whole moral of this story is the concept of that, the bucket of water, as in, you are valuable. You can do a lot. You can do whatever you literally set your mind to, but don't think that you are so special that you can't be replaced where you're at. Now, there is times where it's like you have to be the best. You have to be the gold medalist, the person who comes in first, the person who wins the fight. Like, no one goes to war thinking that they're going to lose, right? So you do have to have that like dog, and you know what I'm saying? You got to have that mindset that I'm going to be first. I'm going to be number one. But understand and be humble enough to say that, yeah, things can happen. I can be replaced. Something, who knows what's to happen? All I can do is do my absolute best. And that's it. That's the moral of the story. You are very valuable, but don't always think you can't be replaced, because a lot of times there is a number two willing and ready to take that position. But either way, you have to do your best wherever you go. And yeah, we could say a whole lot more about it, and I'm sure you probably got some other things from it, or maybe even some disagreements. Either way, I would love to know what you think about the story down below in the comments. So if you like that story, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and please leave a comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts. And with that being said, I guess I'll see you guys next time.